and so forth, so I can go ahead and get into that ASAP.
Yeah.
So hopefully he put me on. I'm sure he will. But I was trying to do the vending machine thing next. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Trying to do that next. I was gonna put him in the schools. I talked to the principal over there at Young about that, and he was with the shit. He was like, he reached out to HR for me, and you know what
You
they
gotta
told
become
him.
a vendor.
But you know what they told him?
What up?
It's a conflict of interest. Cause I worked there.
Cause you used to work there.
APS though.
Oh yeah.
So they were like, you can't do it. So I'm like, if I put somebody else's name on it, I might be able to still make it happen. Like create another LLC, put their shit on it. That's what I'm talking to. I've been talking, asking, you know, you can't just do anything with everybody. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Even if
I
it's
can
under your
probably
business
still
name?
get it if I'm connected to it any way, shape, or form. Conflict of interest.
Really?
I'm gonna be double dip. That's how they see it. That's like it's just double dipping. That's what it's gonna boil down to. I think, you know what I mean. Essentially, how they gonna see it.
We don't want. Yeah.
Shit crazy. But y'all letting teachers double dip out of their retirement right now, still giving them their pensions and their motherfucking checkage, $200 and something, especially subs, and you know what I mean. So to come in, but that's okay. But just trying to create, you know, and help the school. It'll be a win-win. Principal said that right there. That'll be a win-win. You gonna eat? You know what I mean? Get us. They ain't had no food vending machine. One drink one, but it's in like the little resource officer like office, and you can't even get to it unless you got a key.
That sucks.
Yeah. So my plan is to do it, but just find a body that's, you know, that's able to just go ahead and we create the LLC or something like that, like a little chick or something like that. You know what I mean? That and that's dangerous. So it's just like no bullshit. So it's just like shit. Maybe just trying to find another location type shit and see how that works out. So
That's really all it is.
that's the hardest part. But that is schools is a great and big.
There's other counties.
That's what I'm looking at too.
There's other counties to do that with.
It's just harder because I don't got the eyes on it. You know what I mean? So I don't know the need so much. So,
Man.
but
And that's why I be feeling like the summer be so important for us. Like we get the summer off and still get paid. That's what we can do. Like a lot of the stuff that we really want to do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, bruh, we
I should have got my CDL this summer.
man,
That's what I should have did.
it's
Next
a
time I'm
bag
gonna do
in
it.
that. I'm talking about a couple thousand one ways. Like,
Yep.
I know the owner of the lounge that I'm having my event at. That I was just telling you about with ATM and shit. Like he do that on the
Yeah.
side. Like, and he be making a bag. North
I already
Carolina,
know.
South Carolina, right back. You know what I mean?
Right back. Yep.
He be telling me, I'm like, damn.
Y'all did the
Wish I
wrong
had
thing
my
after high
motherfucker-
school.
Like, no bullshit.
Wrong thing.
No cap.
I need to see if
This is hard. Somebody painted this?
Yep.
That's hard.
Dude named Creed. Yeah. He actually supposed to come on here.
Like the Michael B. Jordan movie?
That's his name.
Creed.
Yeah, that's his name.
That's dope.
He Fido.
Yeah.
And then my boy Marvin from the city, Selma, he did that. On the bridge.
Put the boundary.
Mm-hmm.
Vertical clamp. Yep. That's really tough.
I need to get some more stuff.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. All right, so welcome to the outlet. It's your boy Philo, man, back in the building on this lovely Friday night. Just vibing. Got a little Kool-Aid.
Some good Kool-Aid.
And yeah, man, we just chilling. I got my homie Big Roo in the building, man. And it's been a long time coming, if I could say that. I mean, it hadn't been super long, but we've been kind of putting this off for a minute. So that's if you hadn't noticed, like I'm short with our conversations because I know this. Like I knew this was coming. So I hopefully that didn't come off like rude or nothing. But you know, I was just like, I know how I am. I can go. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
So,
that's love, man. I mean, it's been long enough. It's well overdue. So
Right.
Thank you for having me.
We
man.
here, man.
Yeah.
We here, bro. So introduce yourself, man. Tell the people where you from, what you do, what you got going on.
Yeah, Rufus, man. I'm just Rufus McDowney. You know, I come from DC. You know, one of the roughest spots in DC, man. Uptown Northwest. College graduate from the illustrious Clark Atlanta University.
Illustrious.
And now I'm here in Atlanta now, man. This is my second home now. So I'm a teacher here. I teach for Atlanta Public Schools. I teach math. I'm a criminal justice youth advocate. That's what I got my credentials from Clark Atlanta from, and the University of District of Columbia. I'm an owner. I own my own clothing line as well, Remain United Works, and you know, I do a lot of other things as well.
That's why you're here, bro. So y'all can't see it, but he's 6'6". I had to do some editing on these photos. But yeah. So with everything that you got going on, I like to always ask people this. Do you feel like you've seen more success or experienced more failure throughout your journey?
More failure at this point.
Why?
Because I seen something online on Instagram that said God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And you know, the light at the end of the tunnel is, it's an end goal, it's an achievement to get there, but that trail you blazed behind you, you faced so much adversity, you experienced so much growth, and growth, you know, it hurts, you know, at the end of the day. So due to the fact that you were able to remain stoic doesn't take away from how much you endured.
So the failures.
Absolutely.
And that's with, you know, life, career, business. That's
I mean, in all aspects, essentially, because you're gonna face adversity in whatever you're in. I think that the thing is to stick it out in order to be successful. You know, and you know, with life we deal with family issues, deaths of our loved ones. You know, we deal with separation from loved ones as well. Everyday life experiences, you know, even in business, especially in business, you know, it fluctuates. You know, if people out there aren't familiar with the fiscal year, when you start your businesses, when you start your LLCs, your 501c3s and things of that nature, you're going to experience losses and certain fluctuations throughout certain times of the year.
You think that turn people away from jumping into the game?
I think the lack of knowledge stops them and deters them. I think it's fear.
Intimidating. Yeah. When you don't know.
You feel what you don't know. I think Wale said that. You feel what you don't know.
No, that's I mean, that's part of why I created this platform, just so people understand, like, I'm talking to and dealing with real people that, you know, have created businesses and stuff, but like yet still may have to go to a 9 to 5 because like you just ain't in no position to really do that right now. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta work through all of that. And I think for the most part, I've done a good job of bringing on people that's definitely going, one, they knowledgeable, but two, like they gonna be 100 about the struggles. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think about me being up here since February, like I haven't been on no dating scene or nothing like that, just because I'm locked in. Like I'm locked in with what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? As much as I'm in that room and like I go to bed right before midnight or whatever, and I'm just like, man, it'd be nice to have a little joint in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just that just ain't something that I'm really just focused on right now. You know what I'm saying? And everybody I talk to that know that I moved up here from Florida, they like, yo, they in Atlanta, bro. So I mean, like, are you dating somebody right now?
No, I don't got enough time. You know, to your point.
Yeah. You would be honest about somebody that approached you?
Absolutely. And I always let that be known that I got enough time to build, which is a friendship at this point, but nothing more to step beyond that. You know, I got a plan, 10-year plan, and nothing will interfere with that until I reach the goals that I need to reach and attain the things I need to attain. By the time that's like, what, 30? I'll be 35, about 35 around that age.
10 years?
36, so, yeah.
Is this gonna be home base?
It already is.
Okay.
It already is.
So 10 years, you still in Atlanta?
10 years, I'm forever in Atlanta now. I'm forever in Atlanta now.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I don't plan on moving again. The only way I would move is if the Pittsburgh Steelers call me and say, "Hey man, we need you to come be a video guy." And,
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
mean
saying?
relocate. I mean, as far as the last stop, I can't confirm nor deny that it will or won't be. But
Yeah.
it'll always be home.
So what would make you? Is there any opportunity that would make you pack up, per se? Like, let's say, like your ideas, like, and your, like, what the business things that you've created and thought about.
Yeah.
Like, what would make you say, "Oh yeah, I'm with that. Like, I'll go do that."
Yeah, I think the fact that
Like, is there any dream job?
yeah, like absolutely. I think it's the fact that it's so many options. It'd be hard for me to choose. But if I had to say, you know what, I want to be in this position. I got this offer, this opportunity to be in this chair. It'll probably have to be becoming it's crazy, but a parole officer, a correctional officer, a judge, law school.
Okay.
Yeah. If I had to choose, lawyer, defense lawyer.
Okay.
I'm really passionate about the criminal justice side of my career.
I'm okay, because you keep referring to it, so I'm
yeah. I mean, I'm
I'm
a
hip.
black male, you know, and
Yeah.
the system is not structured. It wasn't created for us to win and succeed, you know, in America. And essentially, a lot of those walls and barriers are still upheld in society. So I'm aware of that, you know, on the everyday. And we see a lot of it that comes to the light due to body cameras and things like that these days. So I'm still conscious of it. I've done a lot of research over it over the years. And I remember all those videos. I see all those things.
Yeah.
I remember all the cases and laws that were created and, you know, legislations and the wins, the losses for us as a people. And me waking up being those very same men that I watched and, you know, looking like those very same women and others as well. It's just like something I'm very passionate about, but due to the fact that it's, you know, happening in my community first and foremost, I'm always going to advocate for us and for others as well.
So when people say it's a failed system, like are there enough holes in the system for you to still have a voice, infiltrate, but then not go against like what's there already?
Yeah, right, absolutely, yes.
There
you gotta
is
play
enough.
the game. You gotta play the game. I mean,
would you have more
you gotta
flexibility doing
do
that
it.
as a judge?
you gotta infiltrate the system. So if I go to law school, get my law degree, and work and trailblaze and find my way on the bench, then absolutely, I will still be surrounded by colleagues and people who have different ideals than me. You know, different political parties, different backgrounds. You know, live in different neighborhoods and grew up with different experiences. So I would still have to utilize those people in order to get my end result and or a common ground. You know, you won't always get your end result, but it's something that a small win and making it a little bit better, knowing that you were the one doing it.
But I don't know how many people are already in these positions that would like compromise or take that chance, like, because I mean realistically you have a work relationship with them, but getting them to buy into your vision or even go against the grain a little bit, like,
Exactly.
it seemed like that would be the pushback.
And I think the way I look at it is like, if I'm the judge, if I'm the probation officer, I make decisions and have the last say about this individual's life. Yes, you can, recommend, you can advise, but you won't supervise. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I would be the one with the authority in order to make the last say so. And if you're telling yourself in the process, then, I just know who you are and where you stand for the next trial and for the rest of my career. So it's just, it's about moving, playing chess, You just gotta strategize. It's the same with being a teacher, It's kind of like, a lot of people in there probably won't have the students' best interests at heart, or yours for the least, and that's just who they are as a person. But you still have to work with them. You still got to maneuver and, be true to your ideals and who you are while they're still present. So it can be done. Everything we do there is for the kids, so it's a lot easier in that aspect.
It's a lot easier.
It's a lot easier in that aspect because everything we do for them. So it's like, you know, if you gotta endure a little bit more pain or pressure from another individual, knowing that it's gonna work out in their favor makes it all the much better. You know, you fight and go to bat for them. It's worth it.
I'm gonna ask you that again in 6 months, bro.
Yeah. Please do.
I think
We're gonna
I think
revisit
you have
that.
a different answer, bro.
It's just been 3 days. I mean, it's only been 3 days. I don't know.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 long weeks. Feel like
Yeah.
3 days. How fast it flew.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably gonna change. Now, and I hate to sound negative when I talk about it, but
Yeah.
just being in it for so long, man, like I don't know, bro. It's a struggle to just, and well, I had to definitely convince myself to understand, like, yo, like, bro, there are 30 kids in here. You cannot impact them all the way that you want to in your timing. Like, you have to be okay if 1 or 2 are listening and understanding what you're saying. Like, that's tough. That's a tough hump for me to get over, because I don't know about how you grew up, but where I grew up, an adult comes in the room, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
we respect what's going on. We respect an authority. Like,
100%.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't take a dean or a principal coming in the room and now the kids straighten. To me, I'm like, I'd be looking at them like, y'all fake.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we had enough respect for our teacher.
that's what I'm
to do that.
saying.
You
Like,
know what I mean?
what
It wasn't a matter of the fact that we wanted to do that. It was just the fact that we knew that was the right thing to do.
You got whoopings growing up?
They tore my ass up.
That boy couldn't even get it out.
Did I?
You had a flashback.
Whoopings. Some days I got whoopings. Other days I got my ass beat.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I get it.
We can't do that in schools anymore.
Nah, I brought that up yesterday. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
y'all wouldn't have made it. Y'all wouldn't have, all this talking y'all doing, y'all have came back to class crying, bro, or trying to stay in the hallway, and we like, bro, we already know. Like,
Yeah, it'd be a whole different respect level these days. I agree.
Bruh.
It'd be a totally different.
Why you feel they took it out? Like, why they giving kids so much control over like how stuff runs? That's what I'm seeing.
System, I think.
And I don't think COVID helped, because
No.
mental health is like
No.
an excuse for everything.
No, I mean, you know,
It's
for
real.
black men, suicide, the suicide rate is like super high for black men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just in general, and it's due to, you know, stress levels. You know, and not being able to communicate and receive what you need to receive in enough time. You know, so if you're not able to get the proper rest you need, and proper services and things like that, it'll take a toll on you mentally, you know, especially not being able to, you know, express yourself. COVID brought that out, and it was, you know, the rates jumped up high for a lot of things: opioid use, drug usage, you know, suicide. So
Struggling, bro.
yeah,
People struggling. People still are struggling, bro.
absolutely. So I mean, it's a process, but I think it can be done, you know, as far as taking that next step and
I just
getting
don't
better.
know why they took paddling out of school and any of that, bro. Like,
It's a process, but I think it'll get better. It's difficult, you know, being able to
I don't see it getting
work
better.
with kids and then, you know, have these things in their hand at, you know, right in arm's reach, where you can just, you know, record everything.
Yeah,
and,
bro.
you know, they get so much easy access to the rest of the world. You know, it's the World Wide Web for a reason. You know, it's the whole world at your fingertips. You know, it's a dangerous thing. So it's not just what they think or what the school think or what the district think is right anymore. It's more so like what the world think is right now. So it's like, you know, it's just, people got different ideas these days than what they did back then. And,
So-
that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing.
And so I see, I mean,
That could be a good thing.
just in a short amount of time, I see you definitely would agree that social media is a beautiful, like, marketing tool. Obviously,
Man.
you use it to post and
I always say the camera is the most beautiful and the most ugliest invention ever created.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the best and the worst thing that they ever created.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, for several reasons. Yes, for marketing purposes, it's great, you know, to get your business out, to capture your family photos and videos, and someone getting ready to, you know, drive off after they hit you, you get their license plates very quickly and things like that. I mean, it's perfect for all of those everyday things, but in the negative sense, artificial intelligence is growing huge these days. I know over there in China, they have artificial intelligence in classrooms already to detect whether students are even paying attention or unfocused.
What they doing?
In your classroom.
My bad, bro.
So, I mean, like, it gets dangerous. You know, over here, they're using it in the sense of just tracking us everywhere we go with these cameras and facial recognition. And, you know, in that sense, it's a dangerous tool, but
we need to try that.
We got to use our powers for good, you know? That's what
so
we
it's robots.
Do. Yeah, artificial intelligence, the robots. It's so much.
Man, I need that. I need to co-teach with a robot that throw a ninja star at a kid that ain't paying attention every time.
It was cool. It was actually put that part of it. I was like, it's really cool.
Come on,
you're not
man.
paying attention.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to redirect, bro. Like,
now I don't have to ask you 2 or 3 questions so you can, you know, tell me, you know, beat around the bush and just drag it on to see if you were paying attention. Oh, it says you wasn't paying attention.
Robot
They recorded you. So
send that to your mom.
Don't put your head down again.
Please don't. Ninja start coming your way. Like, if that's happening and your mama getting a text every time you're not paying attention,
right?
That'll make the parents be accountable.
Why your AirPods in?
Yeah.
Like, can you take those?
Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm voting for it.
Yeah.
You become a judge, bro. I'm with you, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's not out the cards at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
Law school.
I'm so young. You know what
I was gonna say, yeah.
So
you can finish law school and still be straight.
How long you think it'll take me to finish law school?
With all the stuff you got going?
With all the stuff I gotta do.
Well, I'm just saying with all the stuff that you got going.
Oh, with all the stuff I got going.
Can you modify the pacing of law school?
That's a great question. I think I'd be able to maneuver. I think it'll probably take me a little longer. It's just in all actuality.
I say 8. I say about 8 years.
Okay.
Because I know you don't want to lose motion with.
So I'm still under 35, so I can still be working on my 10-year plan and still in law school essentially simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that for me.
Yeah.
If I so choose to go that route, I can see that for me. I mean, I would
leave school though.
Leave, like high school teaching.
You have to.
Is that extensive?
From what I'm told.
Okay, I consider it. I mean, it's a whole new career. Yeah. So I mean, 2 careers, 2 very important and essential careers.
True.
You know, would be great and a beautiful thing. You know, that's take a lot of power.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
then maybe intern under somebody.
Absolutely.
Law firm or something.
Yeah.
What's the Morgan & Morgan?
Morgan & Morgan. I just heard about them on the radio over here.
Bro, they huge.
Fire.
They are huge.
Fire.
I was gonna submit.
Hit me Morgan & Morgan for the internships. The internship. Where we
right there.
Right there. For the intern.
Look, they put up a post about creating a new jingle.
Okay.
And I missed out on it. I should have did it.
Man.
But they were paying like top dollar for it.
Right in the stew.
If it come back around.
Right in the stew.
I'm not missing it, bro. I'm not missing it.
Get that money.
Morgan & Morgan.
That's that chicken right there.
I'm knowing. What kind of bag would make you leave it like behind as far as?
Oh, like the jackpot? What could possibly? I mean,
what would you need to do everything you want to do?
So the amount or
the amount? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I have. I think about it all the time. I think about it every week. I got a minimum number.
Okay, what you got?
I mean, a minimum number today or tomorrow would be a couple million.
Couple million.
I mean, and that's just based on when I
you
calculate
want
my retirements and 401ks and things like that. I look up if I want to retire now or in the next 5 years at 30, how much would I need? Yeah. And it tells you in Georgia, it tells you per state, and you know, to be able to do that, that's the mark. So I will start with that. Give me that today or tomorrow, and that's going to be.
Oh, so you don't want it
ready to
stretched.
retire.
You want lump sum?
Yeah, time I'm ready to retire, it'll be, way more.
Sheesh.
So.
Are you into stocks and all that stuff now?
Yeah, I'm invested in stocks.
Okay. What about crypto?
Cryptocurrency,
Yeah.
Dogecoin,
Okay.
Elon Musk, to the moon.
Yeah. You
You
letting
know.
it sit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for now. You gotta watch the market, see what it do, see how volatile it is, and then after a while I make.
I gotta do
moves
some
with
more research on it.
it. Yeah. I actually can. I can give you some game. I can give you what I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then point you in the right direction. That's what I can do. I don't know it all, but
But that's what's up. So I had this thought, and I'm glad you brought up the lawyer and judge thing. So I had this thought about prison and people doing time not necessarily being a way to correct behavior.
okay.
And I thought about how they used to do in Rome and medieval times where the thief steals something, chop his hand off.
Yeah.
I ain't mad if they bring that back
I'm not even.
because it's sending the message like, yo, you do the crime, this is what happens, versus I'm gonna take you away from your family for 30 years and let you psych out, like the kids say, let you psych out in a 6x6, 5x5.
I'm not even. I'm not mad with that either. Not. As long
So
as it's
it
not
makes
here.
sense. No, what?
As long as it's not here
What you
in
mean?
the U.S.
Why not?
I mean, I was just having a very similar conversation the other day.
Why not?
As far as, in a different sense, of the death penalty.
Okay.
Bringing back the death penalty. And how would that, be restructured back into law?
Okay.
And what should it look like this time around? It was times where over the years you'll give someone a death penalty for a murder or for rape. Well, she lied, and she lied in all actuality.
Yeah.
And this person is dead when
Okay.
it comes out. Or forensics evidence from a murder case
Turn up false.
tens of years later turn up, and the results are, that this person didn't commit this act, and that those lives are already gone and
Okay.
taken away from us. So
So that would speak more to
I think,
being poorly investigated. Like,
and that was their argument, the person that I had, and it's always going to be a human error in forensics and DNA and things like that. It's always going to be a human error. So it's about minimizing it, If you solely let it, be based upon this,
Right.
that decision is solely based upon this, it's like, so if I had, it's 50-50, if you ask me. That's just how I think about it. I'm sure that's not the real numbers, but if you had to ask me, that's how I feel about it. So, I mean, it works in other places. We know you did this. We don't have these systems up like, other places do, and, the structures that they have. So it's like, this is how we assess our authority, you know what I mean? And assert our authority, and pretty much tend to our people. So I mean, I'm with it. I mean, I feel
think
like
it'll
me
send a
personally,
message.
in my personal life, anybody touch my shit, I'm cutting your motherfucking arms off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just straight up. That's just me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't fuck with my shit. I work hard.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I think that'll send a message to other people that's even considering, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, if you don't get caught, I mean, I ain't gonna say good job, but it's just like, okay, but when you do,
Yeah.
this is what happens, and I don't need to lock you up for 20 years for doing this. I don't need to do that.
Nah.
Just chop your hand off. So you go back out into the free world. You go back to Dollar General, wherever you work at, and stock with one hand, bro. Like,
And that's punishment. That's punishment.
it is.
That's torture.
It is.
That's torture. Being able to have to adapt.
You got it now. You exactly.
Not your whole life, but a small part of the rest of your life to 1-2 fingers left, and
Yep.
maybe a hand, maybe an elbow.
But I
You know what
I
mean?
know
So-
people. Y'all gonna watch this and still be like, nah,
Yeah.
the punishment don't fit the crime. But it's just like, I still don't think 30 years in a cell for, rape teaches a real lesson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So how you feel about Roe versus Wade? Because essentially, they can't get an abortion even if they were raped. Now, women, right?
Okay.
And also, if a man doesn't want to have a baby, he has no decision whether to get rid of the baby any longer. So it's kind of like, well, that may not be fully true in the long term sense, because in certain places it's still ways around it, and it's still actually laws and legislation being put into place. Some places it's null and void. It's just like, this is it, clear cut.
Right.
But it is accessible still in certain instances, even if people still do those under the table things. So it's tough. Because,
yeah, it is tough, bro.
there's no way to tell. No way to tell.
And I don't. It's been a minute since because I think even in school we went through the whole case.
Yeah.
So when they brought it back up, I was like, y'all need to go back and research this joint.
No, for real. I mean, cause it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, this is compact.
How long did the trial go on for?
That I don't remember,
Okay.
but it was pretty extensive. It was a lot of moving parts to it. There was a lot of emotions, moving parts to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I be wondering about some of the cases back then with the way technology is now.
Yeah.
Like, I be wondering, like, did certain people get away with more stuff, or were more people wrongfully accused in certain situations? Like, cause it's like they word against yours, and then when I think about civil rights and
yeah, exactly,
that whole thing,
when we look back, it looks pretty bad looking back in
right.
that direction.
From what they show us, yeah,
for us,
yeah.
And I mean, it's still like that today. Mm-hmm. It still resembles that today in a lot of different aspects. And that speaks towards the power that we have as a people.
Mm-hmm.
In order for people to try to dim that light,
yeah.
It must be something. It must be a bright ass motherfucker, right? So yeah,
gotta be. Are you MLK or Malcolm X? What side you on? As far as their approach.
My approach.
As far as their approach.
Yeah. I would say
where you leaning?
I mean, I'm some days I'm Malcolm, some days I'm Martin.
Okay.
In the morning,
it depends on the situation.
In the morning I'm Martin, and at night I'm Malcolm. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to resolve. I'm gonna be peaceful. We're gonna try to resolve this. And
right.
Off the early in the morning, while the sun is up, we're gonna try to take care of this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then time, the night and the evening roll around, dinner time. The kiddies are supposed to be in bed.
Right. It might be different.
If things change, then things change.
I got you.
So.
Yeah. My homeboy sent the text in the group the other day, and he was like, "If one fight, we all fight."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that depends on the situation these days, because niggas got families and way more to lose. Like, we ain't teenagers no more going out and, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we grown.
Yeah, like, for me, call it coward or whatever, like, bro, I'm gonna be like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, if I see you fighting, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what happened?
Right.
I need to know what happened first.
Straight up.
Before I just jump in?
Yeah.
Like, nah, I need to know what happened first.
Bro. I mean, if you wrong, then it's like,
bro, chill, let's go home, bro. Like, you wrong.
I mean, like, let's just put that shit behind.
Let
that go.
Yeah.
That's my new, like, this year is let that go. like
straight
up, I don't care what it was like let that go. Like,
yeah.
Straight up. I don't care what it like. If it's out of your control, go ahead and let that go. Go ahead and let that go. Ain't no point in stressing over.
You gonna be preaching that to
I'm
the
gonna put
kids
that on the shirt
all year.
Let
you
that
should.
Go. Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
That's half of my day. Like, preaching to the kids.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you ain't got nothing to prove.
That don't matter. This don't matter.
Yeah, like,
let this go. Let that go. Focus on this.
Just chill. Like, and you'll hear them. I don't know if you already heard them, but somebody will get tried and they'll be like, yo, me personally,
yeah.
If that was me,
right.
I'm like, yo, y'all instigating this up for real? And now that person feel like, oh, I just got tried. Now I got to do something. I'm sure
Yeah, I mean, it's pride.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially with the guys.
In front of the females?
Yeah, in front of their teacher.
Oh yeah, that too.
You know,
that too.
Don't let it be their favorite female teacher.
Ooh.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm hip.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, that's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
They got a point to prove now. You know, they got to get that monkey off their back, and they got to prove to everybody else whatever they may think that they're thinking is not true. You know, and when in all actuality, y'all both just look very foolish and are being disruptive. You know, so let's get things back in order and let that go. You know what I mean?
Right back to that.
Yeah, let that go.
And the thing that don't help is like when the girls kind of go for that, and so niggas like they understand like if I do this, like shorty still, you know, messing with me or whatever. And I think in the adult world, it's kind of the same thing. Like if niggas able to, I've said this a few times on this show, like niggas able to just throw a bag at a chick to get her, and it didn't work a couple times. The next one come talking about standards and I need to be treated like a queen. Like, what? No, like, you want this bag or no?
Right.
Like that standard gone.
Yeah.
Because it didn't work 3 or 4 times, you can't tell no nigga like, yo, listen to my emotions, ask me how my day was. If him spending money is like the key to open up old girl to just, you know, do what he need, do what she need to do.
Nah, you're right. I mean, if she going, she going. You know what I mean? Straight up. I mean, if she gonna dike, she gonna dike. You know what I mean? If she gonna fuck, she gonna fuck. So, I mean, I see it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, me, during the daytime is different.
Right.
But when I'm not teaching and on weekends, if you ain't freaking, I ain't speaking. So that's just for them at Magic City.
Word. So you grew up in DC?
Yeah, I grew up in the city, man, the trenches, man. DC, all I really knew before coming to Clark. DC, all I knew, DMV.
DMV.
Yeah.
So my media company is called Checkpoint Digital, but I don't know if you know this, I'm from Alabama. Okay. So before it was called Bama Studio. Part of why I had to change the name is because of what y'all say, like when it comes to Bama.
Right.
Like that thought of Bama.
Bama ass nigga. Fuck.
Yeah. So coming here to Georgia, I'm just like, I need to start over. I want something like more personal. Yeah. And I already know when people say Bama, like what that kind of means.
Right.
Like,
I mean, now when I hear it, I don't even associate it with that type, like with the DC slang now, because I've been down south, exactly, and college and Bama is like, it's like that type of state in the city.
Roll Tide, baby. Football
Absolutely.
season right around the corner.
That's right. That's right. For sure. I need to get down to the college to see if I, can come motivate the youngest, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
You were trying to go back to Clark?
Yeah, absolutely. George French and our vice president over there at the university. I've been talking to them over the last few months. Yeah, so trying to get my brand in store and just being able to get back and re-involved on campus. So,
will you be active like this year for the season, like homecoming and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm always gonna be active around that time. Yeah, for sure. So whether that's just on the promenade, vending.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Promoting and just even supporting other businesses. Absolutely, that's always gonna be. That's every.
Let me know.
I was doing that before I even attended Clark. I used to come down here and do college tours and come down for homecoming and just be in the city. Up.
We should do like a. Wait, how old are you?
26.
26. Do you remember BET hits from the street?
Yeah, hits from the street.
So I think he did a college tour one time, but of course World Star started that thing where they was like asking questions.
Okay.
To like random people.
Yeah.
We should do something like that, bro.
I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, like take the outlet on the road and then we'll partner with your company or whatever and
Remain United.
Yeah.
Outlet times remain united.
I think that would be dope.
I see that right now.
I think that would be dope, bro. And
it gotta be in neon though.
What you mean? Oh, talking about the logo?
The outlet times remain united. We're gonna put that in. Yeah, I can see that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need some shirts too.
Yeah, I can see that right now.
So between you and another friend of mine, is a chick named Nemo. I think we can do that. Like whatever weekend it is, like go walk around where people tailgating at.
Okay.
Ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's multiple locations due to the fact that there's several universities in close proximity right here. You know, I think that's what people fail to realize about Atlanta. It's like, it's like college central. You know what I mean? Here, it's like it's not another city like this.
And it wasn't until I went to Georgia Tech women's basketball game where I realized how close that was to.
I'm getting my master's at Georgia Tech now.
Yeah.
I'm continuing my master's program.
Come on, man. Shout out to the masters, bro.
I mean,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time while I'm getting another certificate and certification in teaching,
I didn't know that, bro.
Working towards getting that's the goal.
You trying to get that bag?
Yeah, I mean, shit. The way they paying teachers now, they're not giving me much of a choice.
Yeah.
They're not giving me much of a choice, you know. But, you know, everything I do, I like making money off being positive, you know. From my clothing brand, you know, my brand is Remain United. From my criminal justice career, having a passion for working with the youth and changing the system and reform, you know, and teaching, you know, educating, you know, having networking events, bringing businesses together.
Who's your brand for?
It's for the community.
No, like specifically though, like who are you targeting? Yeah, like is it college students? Is it high school? Is it?
It's my people first and foremost. It's my people first and foremost.
Okay.
You know, my little cousins, my immediate family, my the people I sat in classrooms with throughout my school years since elementary. You know, the person, you know, that works at the corner store market that I used to always go to.
Okay. So folks you connected to.
Folks I'm connected to, and folks that I'm not connected to, you know, but still that I resemble. You know, we may not even speak the same language, but we look identical. So, in some way connected to, right?
Yeah.
So I'm speaking to them first and foremost, but the power that I have in me, the power we have in us, the power that the black woman has, you know, it's not necessarily a black thing. It's being able to go out in the world and exemplify your power and have someone who's Asian or Caucasian or Ethiopian look at you and say, you know, I see this person take care of themselves. I want to take care of myself.
Right.
You know, I see this person educate themselves. I want to be able to educate myself.
Regardless of the color.
They're being healthy.
Yeah.
I can be, you know, I can do these same things. I want to follow this, you know, this trend, this wave, because it's the right thing to do. You know, their aura, they're glowing. You know what I mean? So they exemplifying their power, and it's ascending beings around them. You know, so that's what I want to do. And everything that I touch, you know, I want to be positive and I want to ascend people. You know, so you know, I just want to do right. You know, continue to do right. You know, because that wasn't always the case.
Right. Right. So I mean, when you look at like kind of where you came from, aside from God, 'cause I mean, of course, gotta give Him glory, but aside from that,
amen.
Like,
amen.
Who were those people that like didn't let up, like didn't give up on you?
People who ain't give up on me.
Yeah.
Myself.
Okay.
My motherfucking self.
Okay.
At some point, I felt like everyone gave up on me. At some point, you know, I felt like, you
That's
know,
honest.
Not at the same time and things like that, but at some point, I felt like they all maybe lost a little hope or took their step back or washed their hands, as mom used to say, you know, with me. And just like, you know, it was like, you know, maybe.
Were you warned about that?
Absolutely. I heard it so many times, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you're gonna be the reason.
You're
gonna burn your bridges. You're gonna be the reason. You know, I'm gonna wash. They tell you I'm gonna wash my hands or too soon, and then like you do something else, and now the hands wash don't come. You know what I mean? So it's like, shoot. Yeah, I mean, burning them bridges and things out there, you get a lot of warnings, you know. But yeah, myself, it was always like I knew who I was even when I was fucking up in the moment. Ain't nobody gonna know that but you. You know what I mean? So if you see yourself getting the fuck up out of this situation, in spite of if everyone else see you on the down spiral around you, or don't see you getting better or getting smarter or
That's
getting
what
wiser.
matters. You. How you view it.
You the most important person in your life.
So
right.
okay. So with you saying that, how do you feel about people that don't come out of that dark place or whatever? Like you feel like it's a choice? You feel like people have a choice?
Well,
or you can't speak on that?
I mean, you got to be willing to grow, and that's a choice, right?
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that.
You got to be willing to grow. If you're not willing to grow, you won't. If you're not willing to grow, you won't. Period. It's a choice. Absolutely.
If you're not willing to grow.
If you ain't willing to grow, you won't. If you ain't willing to sit through a law school program and become that judge in order to possess all that power, then you won't. You know?
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
what's the dilemma there?
Where would somebody not see, or where would somebody not have the will to? I'm trying to figure out is that still?
Why won't someone?
Yeah, like
why won't someone be able to grow in certain situations?
Can there be a situation where it's like they don't know any
better?
Yeah, they can't see themselves.
Yeah, that's absolutely. But you willing, you just don't know. You don't know the power you possess. Yeah.
So is that a choice then?
No, not at that moment. Not at that moment to not want to do right. You know, you want to do right, but you just keep fucking up. You keep making a mistake. You know, so you willing to grow, but you ain't totally there yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you understand you want to make these people around you proud, but you trying to do it the wrong way. You know what I mean? So you got to be willing to grow a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And drop this and let that go. You know what I mean? In order for, damn, I ain't know how many times I was saying, you know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta be willing to grow. If you're not willing to grow, I don't care. Me, for example, I can speak, for myself. So, when I was young and in my teenage years, catching all those cases and doing all the things that I was doing out there in the community that I serve so humbly now, it's like I ain't know all the power that I possess. I ain't know the things that I could accomplish. I didn't know I could be a college graduate. I didn't think that. I can aspire to do and be all of the things that I am and going to be. And that was no fault to my own. Just like it's no fault to anybody else's own that they can't see where they can get to. The kids I work with now, I see it in their eyes. A lot of them don't think or know they can get to where I'm at, let alone further.
Okay, so at what point did you say, all right, that's enough? I didn't see how much I can get away with or not get away with.
Right.
Like, I know I can do better. So that's what I'm saying. Was there something that happened for you? Because
I mean, several things. It was the criminal justice system that I was in the system. You get to see and be involved and ingrained with, the system and everything that it has to offer you. So the people that don't care about your life, who's your probation officer and your judge, who's look different than you and things like that. It's like they're making decisions about you that you have to listen to these people or you won't be going back home. You know what I mean? So it's like you bend to their will. It's not a good feeling. So that was that. Wanting to never feel that. Of course. So be behind those bars and in that cell and things like that. Of course, it was that, and then it was family. It's like you keep disappointing the people around you. If you really love them. You gonna change that. And I knew I had a lot of little cousins coming up under me. I know I was always the youngest in my immediate family, but I had a lot of little cousins and things like that, and friends even that were younger than me. Some, not many, but I want them to see something different after a while, and I want to make the people around me proud. My mom passed while I was very young, while I was in my kid's age, around 16, while I was in sophomore, junior in high school. Wow. And at that point, I was still getting locked up after she passed, but I was in this documentary that she signed off on in high school called 180 Days Inside of an American High School. And now I'm a high school teacher. It's crazy, right? But she signed off when I was in this documentary, and that changed my life as well. It exposed what I was going through and what my peers face and what we face in the high schools, like we work in
in
every
DC?
day. Yeah, but in
Okay.
DC, you know, and it was showing my story and telling my story and things like that. The group homes.
Yours
my mom-
specifically?
Mine specifically. And, you know, the group homes,
Okay.
my mom passing and, you know, just the everyday struggles that I faced just being a young teen coming from
Dang.
DC, you know, being told that I'd never amount to anything and, you know, would never be this or be that because of, you know, where we come from and what we look like. So, you know, it's that in a sense, you know, that was very life-changing as well. It was around the time of the Obama presidency and, you know, it's like, you know, like, what do you want? It's like, I'm about to be 18 soon.
Yeah.
I ain't got much longer here. I got a few people that surrounding me. I'm in the system now. It's a lot of good resources I can tap into if I want to do that.
Right.
It's like I'm getting a little bit of exposure to what I could possibly turn into.
Right.
I'm like at the point where I done heard the 1,000,000th and one person tell me you can be something.
Right.
You need to start doing it this way. You can be so much, you know. It took that 1,000,001 person
Okay.
for me to hear and for that
Yeah.
switch to go up and be like, okay, damn, you the GOAT.
Yeah.
Go be the GOAT. Go do
Yeah.
GOAT shit. You know what I mean? It's in you. It gotta be in you, not on you. And it's in you, baby boy.
That's what's up.
So, I mean, once I realized that, you know, it was just like that was Big Roo coming into play, and that was Big Roo coming to fruition
Yeah.
years and years ago, you know. And it was just like, if that's, you know, that's what you're gonna do, and this is what you're passionate about, and this is what you want to see change, you got to be the change that you want to see, and that's your goal. You willing to grow.
Wow.
You know, you know, I wanted to attain all those things, and then that grew into more and more over the years to want to do more and do better and continue to set and be that example. You know,
Yeah.
that it wasn't a fluke year in and year out, day in and day out. You know,
How
This
did
is what it is.
how much of losing your mom, like how much of like how did that
Yeah.
impact you?
Yeah, losing my mom was detrimental, man. It was
Yeah.
the most traumatizing thing I ever experienced in my life.
Yeah. Have you gone to counseling for that? Or since?
Not yet.
Okay.
I have vented and spoken to therapists
Yeah.
and psychologists
Mm-hmm.
about that, but I haven't like committed to regular sessions and things like that in order to grieve in a therapy setting.
You opposed to it?
Not yet. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. I would love to.
If I can encourage you, bro, I would say do it.
Yeah, I'd love to. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things that I want to do, but you become a different person. You tend to move a different way after those things, and I'm knowledgeable and self-aware about that and
Yeah.
what, you know, the form that I would be in at that point. You know
Right.
what I mean? And I just need a little bit more of this energy right now than that energy, you know?
Okay.
I glow a little bit harder though, but
Man,
yeah, I just need a little bit more of this energy than that energy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So in my experience with, because I lost my pops.
I mean, it's an everyday process. I'll never stop grieving. It's like it's over 10 years later, and you know,
Trust.
it's like a lifelong journey.
Trust,
so
bro.
I understand. Like I'll find myself back in those tears. And things
One
like that.
one
And say, I'll
one
have
thing
to-
I heard that stuck with me was grief is love that you have for a person that you can't give to them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I thought about it. So like I said, I lost my pops in 17,
Yeah.
and he was 50. And my dad was super close. Him and my mom been married 27, 28 years or whatever. And I didn't go to counseling. I just recently went to counseling like last year.
Okay.
But this was after getting married in 2018, moving from Orlando to Bama in 19, having our first child in 20, January, losing our child October 2020. He was 8 months. Moving back to Orlando.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Bruh. Moving back to Orlando and getting divorced like last August. So watching depression kind of set in for my ex-wife
Right.
forced me to be like, yo, I don't want to get to that place because I don't know, like, not, for her not to be able to come out of it right now, and me pushing her and trying to encourage her to come out, like nah, I need to go take some steps for myself.
That's tough.
But I kid you not, the 6 weeks when I went to counseling unpacked more than just what I was going to her for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm because I was opposed to it. I ain't gonna lie. I was convinced that what my ex-wife was saying to me, like, yo, they gonna ask you these same series of questions, thinking they can, you know, use that formula to help you unpack what you need. And I had like a closed mind when it came to it. You know what I'm saying? And didn't really see the benefit of it. But after she asked me questions, but then kind of telling me how I moved in previous relationships and platonic relationships without even me giving details or knowing.
Right.
Like she's watching and listening to what I'm saying, studying kind of the patterns that she's seeing.
The trend.
Hearing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but then like really making me hold myself accountable.
Yeah, like wow.
I began to answer
I'm realizing
my own questions.
shit, about myself that I ain't realized.
Bro.
You becoming more self-aware in there.
Bro.
You do. And it's a good thing. I encourage all, especially our community.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to go to therapy.
No. Oh,
you
no.
know?
We won't ask for help for nothing.
No, not at all.
Yeah, especially not
and
that.
we need it. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. It's okay to seek help. You know what I mean? It's okay to be weak. You know, we have this assumption,
but that's the thing,
especially as black men in our
the thing.
community, that we have to be strong all the time.
But you're not being strong for asking for help or crying or like dealing with shit. Like I think that's
but you become vulnerable in that sense.
That's strength. There's strength in that.
Yes,
There's
I agree. I think
that.
we're saying the same thing right now in a different way. Absolutely.
But I don't like to use the word weakness just because I know it. That's.
But there are times where a man is weak, though. It is. There are times where a man is weak. You're not strong all the time. It's impossible for you to be strong all the time.
I just don't like to call it weakness.
It's impossible. That's the opposite. That's the you know of strength. It's weakness. It's plenty of synonyms for it.
It is. But I don't.
Vulnerability was one of them. I tried to slide that in on you.
I mean, I'm
you
cool
was
with
like,
just taking that.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's strength in it, but yes, it's like a weak point. How about a weak point?
I'm cool with that.
You ain't completely weak, but
you
got a weak point. You know what I mean? It's bad times. You know what I mean? And that's okay, because times get bad.
Gotta figure out how to change that narrative for people in our community to understand that, bro. And I just, for the life of me, I can't wrap my mind around like why for so long. And I had to tell my mom, like, Mom, I know you did the best you could.
Yeah.
With what you and my pops like gave me, like, because it's what y'all learned.
Right.
So me going outside, bruising my leg, crying, my dad saying, "Are you bleeding?"
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Well, stop crying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm having to be patient with people who aren't seeing it. Like,
so how you feel about that though? Stop crying. I mean,
it hurt. I want to cry.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my
like,
point. You want to be weak. You want to be able to be weak. Cause that's a sign of weakness for a man to cry. That's why he's telling you not to cry, right?
So that's what I'm saying. Why is it considered weak? That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like the word weak.
I got you. It has a negative connotation to it. We need to change the connotation to it.
We have to.
It's okay to be weak.
You naturally responding to hurt. That's our natural response. Like, why are you forcing yourself not to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, so we saying the exact. We got the same views and
just semantics.
Absolutely.
Just semantics. Yeah, I counseling with it, bro.
Yeah.
And in order to really be the best version of ourselves, it's almost essential to have somebody else get in the boat with us, because if you like I am, like, I'm big on perspective. So even when I'm in relationships, if I call you, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna lay it out, try not to leave nothing out. Like, bro, tell me, am I tripping? Like, really tell me, am I tripping? I ain't asking you, or I ain't saying that as a rhetorical, like, Like, nigga, tell me, like, agree with me. Like,
Right,
you know
don't be a yes man.
Yeah, I ain't calling you for that.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, I need help. And I don't even think women understand we do that.
Nah,
Like,
they
legit.
don't.
I think they think we talking trash.
And we always think we're
dogging
right.
them. Yeah, like, no.
Yeah, all men are the same.
No, I'm coming to fix the issue, baby.
Nah.
Like, for real, because I know how much peace means to me.
I'm telling
You
you.
know what I'm saying? And if I done did something wrong, I want to fix it. Like, that's why I teach math.
It ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. I mean, that's all it's gonna be. You know what I mean? once I pick up the phone, his sis, and like, you know, this what happened. What should I apologize, or should I like let it go, or and once I get the answers and go back over there and wrap back around and make those decisions, it ain't nothing but that's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, it's tricky though. It can be tricky, but I'm a chill. I'm loving the vibe here though. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but like, just in the short amount of time I've been here, like, like you, I mean, you even see it with the school, but like people like networking and like they enjoy linking up and, you know, being creative, but then like you said, supporting. Like, so that's the one difference about being here versus Orlando. And
DC.
Other places I've been.
Especially DC.
Yeah.
Especially DC.
Yeah.
I mean, have you got a chance to check out our music scene in DC? How many rappers you know that made it out of DC?
Well, I listen to Go-Go.
Right, Go-Go is different. That's a different type of music that existed in a different era.
Is that still a thing though?
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Bro,
And that scene, it's a lot of love still. I will give you that. But as far as our other scenes, you know, hip hop, R&B.
Yeah.
You know, it's not too much.
Right.
Like it's not compared to Atlanta.
Yeah.
It ain't shit.
Nah.
Y'all, it ain't no love
Atlanta
being
booming.
shown compared to here.
Yeah,
Compared to other places. It's like, you know, people are anxious to work together in spite of their differences still, you know? And that's for families to eat at the end of the day, you know? So it's like bigger purposes, you know, that's going on, and individuals realize that, you know, whether you in the street or whether you working a 9 to 5, you know, whether you just working on your craft every day or whether you supporting, you know, individuals realize that here. So
how long you
that's
been
what
here?
we're trying to get the streets to realize in DC. You know, put the guns down and, you know, to come together, remain united, and you know, let's take off, man. Let's show people around the world that they want to be able to come here and work with us, and we can take this shit to another level if we want to.
Right.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
I was saying how long
I get passionate by myself.
Hey, bro.
So
Rocket.
Yeah.
I was just asking how long you been here in Atlanta.
Since 2020, I decided to stay down here.
Okay.
2020, I decided to stay down here. I graduated in 2019. I was kind of like back and forth between DC and Atlanta.
Okay.
And 2020, I made the move. I said, you know, I'm just gonna stay in Atlanta, man, and see what I can do, man. See something different, be something different. You know, just try to experience and be exposed.
Is
to
your
something.
birthplace still up there in DC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah. I was born at Howard University Hospital. October 27th, 1995 at 1:05 a.m. Yeah, that same house is still there. I go sit on them porches, on the porch, on the porches. Yeah, that's the teacher coming out. I go sit on the porch sometimes when I go back all the time, man. It's still the same structure, same bricks, you know, same grass and things like that there. So
we should go back and pick up kind of where they left off with 16, 17-year-old Big Roo. You know what I'm saying? And like how you like sit on the porch, talk about what you're doing now, maybe even fill in some gaps between, you know, whenever they finish the documentary to where you're at now.
Yeah.
Like, that'll be dope.
Yeah, I can see that actually. It's like a recap, man. I mean, 1535 Ogden Street, Northwest. You know what I mean?
I ain't never been to DC.
And I'd have been posted on Ogden Street for years and years after. Still am, man. I was just there a few weeks ago before I got back and started the school year. And I'll be back, you know, over Labor Day
driving?
weekend. I'll be back over Labor Day weekend. Yeah, I'm driving. I got something outside right now that I drove here today. So
I want to go with you, bro.
No, you talking about the DC?
I'm
I thought
talking
you
about
meant.
DC.
Nah, it's 10 hours. I can't do it.
You gotta fly.
I already bought it. I already bought the flight. Right now, it's like $84.
Every time you go, you gotta fly though?
If I gotta drive, then yeah, every time, because I see it this way. The flight will be a couple $100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Time you done filling up your tank and eating,
You gonna spend the same money?
Damn near.
But what about when you get there? How you moving around when you get there?
How you moving around when you get there? I mean, I'm from there. I'm home. Y'all ain't seen me in Lowell. Y'all, I'm home. I'm home. So it's different when I go. You know what I mean? So
I'm with you.
And it still be rough. You know how it be? You aunties or cuz say they 20. Look, it still be rough.
I'm down the street
when you on someone else's time. Exactly. You know what I mean? But that's the part of it too. It's they pull up, man. You was lying like you know what I mean? Like you know that's part of it too. So it's like ain't nothing changed. You know what I mean? So, and that's the beauty of it. Like ain't nothing changed. You know what I mean? Like they not about to. Your family ain't gonna kiss your ass.
Right, just because you in town.
Right, you know
stop
what I mean?
what they do.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? It's like I love it. I love it.
I need like 3 or 4 phrases I can say when I go there, bro.
Hey Mo,
I need the lingo. Hey Mo,
call someone Slim.
All right.
Hey Slim.
Yeah.
Like that. Or yo, Glizzy Gang.
All right.
Yeah, yo, hit on that.
Hey Mo.
Hey Mo. Oh God, hey Mo. Hey Mo. You gotta switch up the tone, like depending on whatever the vibe. Hey Mo, like, real, yeah, straight up.
I want to go, bro.
Call someone Slim. Hey, Slim. That was funny as shit. You know what I mean? Or, man, Slim, that's my man right there. Yeah, like that. Or you can, you wellin'. Tell a nigga he wellin' all day long. You know?
All line.
Yeah. She be wellin' like shit. That bitch just well to me.
Yeah.
He well to me. He be wellin' like, I don't know what. Yeah, wellin'. Yeah. We still be saying that with bid. Someone the bid, that mean they the joke. They a clown. You the big. You the joke of the. You know what I mean? You waste some lemon pepper steppers. You the big. You know what we gonna do to you? We gonna roast you. We getting you the big. That's what they call it. That's the new one up there. That's like last couple years.
Yeah.
The bid. Yeah. The bid. That's a new one.
Hey Mo.
Yeah. So you up to date right there. You know what I mean? Like the big. Yeah.
All right. So good.
If they look like a Bama, they the big.
Oh man, not the Bama. Not the Bama. So all right, so we go there.
Yeah.
What restaurant we going to?
Man.
Off top,
Ben's Chili Bowl. We down U Street, uptown, around not too far from where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Chili Bowl?
Yeah. Ben's Chili Bowl. Yes.
What you getting?
Yes, I'm gonna give me a motherfucking Omar, a Glizzy, a Glock, and I'm gonna swallow it whole. Pause. Unpause. I don't fuck with the LGBT community, man.
Oh snap! I'm gonna swallow it whole. Caught me off guard, then, bro. I'm like, whoa. Hey Mo, yo, Slim.
Yeah. Well, I don't fuck with the LGBT community.
Get my shit canceled. Hey man, yeah, don't swallow it whole now.
I'm gonna try not to.
Okay.
I'm gonna try not to.
Y'all got like a mall and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So Tyson's Corner is a beautiful mall. Hugo Boss.
I don't even go shopping. I'm asking about that.
They got some good malls out there. Pentagon City is close to the Pentagon, of course. Yeah. You might want to go out there. That might be a cool little area for you.
Yeah.
Actually, once you get in that area, if you look at the Pentagon building, close to the top of the roof on one of the edges, you'll be able to see where the plane crashed into the Pentagon during 9/11 because the shade of the bricks are different, and they're like.
Oh, and they just replaced.
Exactly.
So they didn't rebuild a whole.
No. Not
what?
The Pentagon. You know, the structure was already pretty strong. So I mean, that's why it only took out it just went in and made a.
Oh man, the whole time I thought they rebuilt the whole.
New building. 9/11. Nope. You'll be able to tell the shades. So like one of the little lighter ones, like more like concrete-ish color, you know, like that new Tannis brick that they have, like that. Yeah.
Probably stopped selling the old one.
Right. Exactly. Yep. So
yeah, I thought they rebuilt.
That might be a cool area. Outside of that, if you're trying to support some black-owned businesses, go down U Street, like I said.
Okay.
Take yourself on the east of the Riverside. and go in there and check out some of their boys and girls clubs, man. Show them some love in their recreation centers. You know, see a lot of vendors out there that you can support. A lot of people who got some plates for you, you know, that you can, you know, go show them some love, network with, politics.
I would try to
have a good time.
Yeah, bro. Like, and that's why I said that's what I want to do. Like, so along with you telling your story, we can highlight some of those businesses.
Exactly, and that's the goal. And I've been
quick documentary like that.
Everything I'm doing here is like I did a lot of good work in my city. Like I done spoke at the White House. I done spoke, you know, with Michael B. Jordan at the Mayor's Gather at the White House under Obama. With him as well. You know, and just working on the different mayors and councilmen and being able to do all of the good work that I want to do. I was able to do that there. I want to do that here, but I want to continue to do it there. I don't want to like switch and then I'm over here. It's like I would never forget about my city. You know what I mean? As long as I got people in that city, as long as I got family in that city, nigga, like I'm forever gonna be helping that city. I'm for whatever I do. Every time I make a bag out that city, you know, anything that I do that touches that city, that has to do with that city, is gonna be benefiting those around me. You know what I mean? And those that's connected to me in some way, shape, or form. Let alone, you know, my community that I come from. So, you know, I want to just keep that same energy and bring it here and then keep it going there. You know, I spent the summer working in D.C. Instead of Atlanta Public Schools. That's why I look up, it's like I spend like half the year here, half the year there. You know, some of we get damn near 3 months off. You get your Thanksgiving, your winter, your spring break.
You go home for those?
Labor Day, I'm going home. You see, it's like I always find myself, time I look up, it's like, damn, it's like, I ain't where I go at. You know what I mean? Where I go at, and I'm working while I'm there, you know, and it's not just like regular jobs. I'm like leading summer programs and doing violence intervention and, you know, hosting like Guns Down DC events and still helping the community, bringing resources to the community, you know, working with the youth, you know, and things like that. You know, just still running shit, being a boss, connecting with black-owned businesses and supporting black-owned businesses, spending time with my family, letting my nieces and nephews see me, and see that the power that they can possess. You know
well, that's part of. That's part of why
being present.
I'm always encouraging people to do like documentaries. That way you can tell your story. Yeah. So rather than people know that's my cousin, like they get to know Rufus.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that now. I like trying to find the right situation to piece my story together, because they need an updated story from that documentary. It won a Peabody Award, by the way, from the University of Georgia. I accepted it in New York, but from the Peabody's with the University of Georgia. So it's like it did very well, but it told a story and it ended with me getting arrested. So that's how that documentary ends. So even though it won an award years later, and I was at a different point in my life when I accepted that award, because I accepted the award on behalf of the documentary. I was a recipient, but it was
so you need to do like a Where Are They Now? Type deal.
Right. And I was just telling them that I was on my way to, I'll be enrolling in the University of Columbia at that award ceremony, and it was just like, okay, that was before I transferred to Clark. And so much it's transpired since.
So I say you gotta fill that gap, bro.
Just leaving DC or transferring at DC to now I'm here post graduation.
You did a lot of stuff.
I'm a teacher now. I was just in DC. I just was my students. I was just that caseload that watered the state. That was just, you know what I mean?
Testimony,
it hit different. It hit
testimony,
different.
Dog.
It hit different.
Hey man, keep at it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I love you're positive with it. Like your energy on point. Like you don't come off as cocky or boastful, knowing you didn't came from something. You know what I'm saying?
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. Keep that, bro.
You know what I mean? Even like when I find myself complaining about, you know, the stress level of teaching and the job and all this stuff that I gotta do, it's a blessing to be able to stress about it. You know, still people out here, especially with coronavirus and monkeypox and everything going on, people still don't even have jobs. People don't even have health. People losing their lives. You know, there's plenty of people that didn't make it. A lot of my little cousins and them that ain't been through half the stuff I've been through. They ain't here. You know what I mean?
My mom just said that last night.
It's like, I'm blessed, man. Like, I'm here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And a leader is somebody who know the way, who goes the way and shows the way. Since I know the way and I'm going the way,
Yeah.
God willing, I'll be able to show them the way.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's just by, you know, getting up and putting one foot in front of the other every day, staying rooted in my faith. You know, understanding that
one person at a time.
well, my mom used to tell me that, you know, you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it, you know. But realizing what you said at the end of the day, too, you know, when we're in the work that we do, we got to understand that we can't save everybody, you know.
Right.
But another piece to that is, like, we got to understand that we got to be okay with saying no, you know. We can't just be yes, yes, yes all the time. Right. You know, we got to be able to take that step back and relax and do nothing and take a break and be able to just, you know, just be in our own space, you know, because we like public servants in a sense, you know what I mean? Especially in this field, especially in criminal justice. It's like you work for the community, and it's like you got to always be at the will and the needs of, excuse me, a student or a child or a kid or a young adult, and it's just like, oh damn, grown adult.
It's taxing.
It's very taxing.
It's taxing.
It's very taxing. And then disabilities come into play. You know, I'm in special education, so I deal with autism, and then so many disabilities in the criminal justice system, and just dealing with, you know, homeless people's disabilities and things like that. It's just a lot. So, you know, it gets stressful, but I just always understand and look back like, you know, this could have been you. This could be you. This could be anyone you know.
Could be
you know,
worse.
I don't look at it. Yeah, it could always be worse. So it's like, I'm blessed, man.
Right.
I'm blessed. I ain't gonna never forget that. Anytime I feel like quitting or giving up, I always just think about that. And you know, I didn't always look like this. You know, shit. I ain't always get the most love and things like that. And you know, it was like now since I'm getting those things, it ain't switched. Like I don't got that high off of it and things like that.
Right.
It's just more so like it is what it is. I got a purpose now, and I move with that. Yeah.
I love it, bro.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. We finna work.
Yeah.
I
mean, that's the tip of the iceberg. You know, we can't squeeze everything into, you know, like a couple hour session necessarily. But it's.
And we don't want people to swallow it whole anyway. We gotta give it to you in chunks. Cause
you sure?
I mean, never mind, man. Yeah, tell the people your IG, man. So you know
follow me at Remain United Works, man. That's my business page where you can get out all the information about the network and events and how to support my clothing brand. And follow me at Big Rue. So that's BIG.RUE__ on Instagram. I'm Sir Rue on Facebook, SIRRU McDowney, and Mr. McDowney Math on Instagram as well. If y'all want to follow the teaching, you know, journey as well. And Remain United merch. You can get some of that merch.
My boy out here, man. He came through. It's your boy Philo with the outlet. He didn't ask me my size or bring me a shirt, but it's all love, man.
It's
gonna
on the
keep
way.
rocking.
We got a care package.
And this probably won't drop before the open mic, but I still think I might pull up though. But
yeah, man.
But
if you can do it, it won't be the last one. It won't be the last one. But thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you, man. Like, for real. I love what you're doing up here, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. You're giving us a platform to go ahead and touch, you know, the rest of the world and be able to share our experiences,
yes,
man.
Sir.
And just be authentic. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't no strings attached. So it's just love.
People
man.
Gonna respond to the
it's
real.
Different. It's different.
Yes, sir. Your boy Philo, man, with the outlet. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. The Outlet 0721 on all social media. The live is pre-recorded show on Earth, man. It's Friday. I'm finna kick it. I'm finna just kick it. I'm finna turn on my Lil Wayne and just kick it. But
told you that Carter 6 coming out too.
Oh, it's gonna be real.
Man.
We'll holler.